Hey everyone, it's Ashley K again. So it has been exactly 1 week since I started MediFast. And I wanted to do a video just to check in and say how it's going and talk about some of the foods I really like and some that are not so wonderful. And maybe give people some ideas about how to improve some of the foods and just give people an idea of how the program is and works. So just to recap, in case you don't know, I heard about MediFast from a coworker who had lost over 100 pounds. And then I started doing some research into it, and I found some videos by a girl named Christina Ray, who you can find her videos on YouTube. Just type in Christina Ray Christina with a K, R-A-Y is her last name, and maybe MediFast, and you'll find tons of videos because she is a health coach. What a health coach is a person who works for Take Shape for Life, and that's the sister company of MediFast. It's the health coaching side of MediFast. And if you order through their website, you get the health coaching for free. So they'll add you usually to a secret Facebook page where nobody can see the posts or anything, of a huge community of people who are doing the same thing you are, who maybe have lost a lot of weight. It's good motivation, good place to get answers to questions. It's great. So anyway, I started Slim Fast 321 program a couple weeks before doing this until I could save up the money. So I have lost a little bit of weight on that, and then I've lost more weight in this 1 week. So just so you know, because for some people it may be a little harder going straight into MediFast if they've been eating a high amount of calories. So it may have been a little bit easier for me, but it's still tough, you know. I mean, we'll go over that in a minute. Okay. Anyway, so now that I've recapped, I wanted to start talking about some of the foods that I really, really like. And a lot of them, I mean, a lot of the advice that I got from a lot of people was totally 100% right. They were spot on with it. One of the things I heard the most about was the brownies. The brownies come in boxes like this. They're called soft bakes. They come with a tray for you to cook the brownie in. You can do it in the oven or in the microwave. I prefer the microwave. The oven tends to burn it a little bit around the inside of the tray. It just tastes better to me. They are great. Really, really good. Chocolate chip cookies. Those are also soft baked. They're decent. People seem to like them better in a shake. I haven't tried that yet, but I can imagine it being really good. People just tend to like that better. I think they're great either way. Another thing that's really great, I think, okay, this is the best thing to get. If you are a newbie, please do yourself a big favor. Order at least like 5 boxes of bars. These are the bars. They come in these yellow boxes. These are so simple and easy on the go. If you're busy, if you work, if you need to go somewhere with your family, you can throw a couple in your purse. You can throw a couple in a bag, in your car if it's not too hot, so it doesn't melt. They're just so good, and they taste like, you know, if you like granola bars, that kind of thing. And my favorite, personally, is the peanut butter crunch bar. It's kind of like having a Reese's or something. It's really, really, really good. I love it. I wish I got more bars. But I wanted to get a big variety with my first order just to see what I liked and what I didn't like. So those are some of my favorite foods. The pancakes are also really, really good. Now, some of the stuff does take a little prep. Most of it, almost all of it, you can cook in the microwave, except the soft serve you need a blender, like a personal blender, a Magic Bullet or a Ninja that has the personal cups. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to order that, you need to have a blender, a personal blender. So some of the foods that were not so great in the beginning, but that I learned cool little tricks for them. If you look online, you can find tons of people who have these amazing ideas of how to make these foods better. The soups and the vegetarian sloppy joe and the chili. Now, I have not tried the sloppy joe or any of the soups. However, a lot of people do what they call soaking, and that is that you soak the soup, or the mac and cheese is the same way. You soak those things for anywhere from an hour to overnight to get them to soften up and to have more flavor, and it works. Boy, does it work. It is 20 times better if you do it that way. I would highly recommend doing that right off the bat, because if you know, the first time you eat it, it may be a little more hard than you want. You know, it just completely changes the texture and the flavor of the food. It's really, really worth doing. You know, for work, I soak mine right when I come into work, and by the time lunch rolls around, it's good to go. And you can add your seasonings. The chili is great like that. The mac and cheese is great like that. I add in a little bit of broccoli to my mac and cheese, and it tastes wonderful. So I would say definitely definitely, if you get soup, don't even try it without soaking, especially the chicken noodle soup. Everybody who has tried it without soaking has hated it. I mean, wanted to send it back, hated it, and did send it back, hated it. So I wouldn't even try the soups without soaking them first, and adding maybe even some really low-calorie chicken bouillon or beef bouillon if it's beef stew. That's what a lot of people have done, and that's like one of their favorite things now because they've learned how to flavor it up for themselves. Anyway, and also the bites. The bites are not the best things I've ever had. I probably won't order them with every order. I have the barbecue bites. These are my favorite out of the two that I order. I ordered barbecue bites and I ordered honey mustard pretzels, just to have something salty in there. They do have a weird taste to them. The honey mustard pretzels, the honey mustard flavor is what I don't like. I've heard the cinnamon pretzels are good, but that's something sweet. So the barbecue bites I got used to very quickly, and they're good now. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you like salty foods, you definitely want to give them a shot and see if you like them. Don't order more than one box of anything, I would say, other than the bars and the brownies, before you get a chance to figure out if you like it. Even for the brownies, if you do not have a huge sweet tooth, then I would say order one box of everything. And then see if you like it. Get a variety, and then you'll know what you like. Don't put yourself in the position of having 3 boxes of something that you absolutely hate, and then you have to send it back. You have to pay to ship it back. You have to wait to get your food. It's just not worth it. So, figure out what you like first. That's what I did. So let's go over some of my numbers. I started on Sunday of last week. Today is Sunday. I started on Sunday, June 30th, and today is Sunday, July 7th. So I've been exactly 1 week today, and I have done great. Now, before I started MediFast, I started at 295 on SlimFast. And I got down to 284 with SlimFast, and then I started MediFast at 284. So today I am 269.4 pounds. In just 1 week on MediFast, I have lost almost 15 pounds. So that's wonderful. And I'm finally getting to the point where I can really start to tell in my clothes and in the mirror. My legs feel smaller. So I put on some shorts this morning, and they were like hanging off my ass. So my butt is a lot smaller. I mean, I can just really start to feel it, and it feels great. Now, in terms of feeling hungry and things like that, have I? The first few days, yeah, I was definitely feeling hungry. Not super starving, definitely not. It was just more of boredom eating hungry. So the fact that you eat every 2 to 3 hours is a huge help to that. But usually after my dinner, I always, for me personally, because I do know that I get hungry at night, and I always like to have dessert because I have a sweet tooth, I always leave one MediFast meal for after dinner. So I would say, play around with the plan and see if that's what you want to do. Some people, they don't have that issue. They're hungrier in the morning time or in the daytime. Then maybe you should have all your MediFast meals, then dinner, and that's it. But for me personally, I like having my last MediFast meal at night. So I would have issues, though, after that last MediFast meal. I'd still be hungry. They do give you an optional snack, like a sugar-free popsicle is what I have. I have cheated a couple times. My boyfriend got some Girl Scout cookies because he gave blood, and they were too good to pass up. So I have cheated a couple times with that, and some grapes I cheated with. But I don't beat myself up about it. I write it down, and that brings me to my last thing I wanted to talk about. It's really good for you to document your progress, your weigh-ins, and things like that. I bought a scale for MediFast, like a brand new scale that I could weigh in myself. I weigh every day. Some people like to do it weekly. Some people think daily is overkill. I think right now, while I'm losing fast, to keep myself accountable, to keep myself motivated, it's good for me to weigh every day. So that's what I choose to do. That's totally up to you, what you want to do. My health coach said that she did it every day because, a lot of people, if they weigh weekly, they may get it in their head, well, I don't have to weigh for another 5 days. If I cheat today, I can make it up by the end of the week, and then it's a downward spiral. So I didn't want to put myself in that position. I know myself too good, and I know that I think that way. So it's better for me to see it each morning and to say, well, why did I not lose, or why did I even gain? Because I did have one day where I gained. And the time of day really matters when you weigh yourself. I do clinical research for a living. The best and only way to weigh yourself, and this is known by nurses and everybody else, is in the morning after you've eliminated, butt naked. And I do mine before I get in the shower. So that gives you the best reading on what you weigh. Before you eat anything, your body, you have nothing in your stomach, that is the best time of day to weigh. You should always weigh then. That's the only accurate weight you're going to get. And I write my weight down. I write down, I made a little just a piece of paper, and I hang it up on a clipboard right in front of my scale on my wall in my bathroom, and I write down my weight. So, you know, I put the date, the weight, the time, and I even put if I did eliminate. Yeah, I know that's kind of gross, but you know, it's important to make sure that your body is working regularly and normally. And you know, my health coach was really open about that kind of thing, and you know, if she can be, then I can be too. So sorry to gross you out. Anyway, another thing that is good to do is to make a little goal sheet, which was my health coach's, Christina Ray's, idea as well, about what you should do is put like a fast track, medium track, slow track, and she has a video on how to do this. It's going to be a lot better than I can tell you. But then you'll know if you're hitting your goals. And that's kind of the other last thing I wanted to hit on. But before I do, I also want to bring up water. Please drink the water they tell you to drink. It is so vital to this plan that you drink all that water and more, and then some. Because water is how your body is going to get rid of this fat. Your fat is going to attach to the water cells, and when you urinate, you're going to pass that fat. But it also helps to fill you up when you have these smaller, especially in the beginning, when you are, you know, trying to get your body used to this lower calories. It's really important to drink the water to help fill up your stomach. And if you start feeling hungry, have a glass of water first. Typically, almost always, that helped me, you know, not be hungry anymore. So please drink the water. The last thing I want to touch on is please have goals. Don't put yourself in the position of I lose what I lose. Have a goal, and have a huge one. Have a goal where you're at a normal BMI for the first time in your life. For me, that would be true. It would be the first time in my life since I was a child that I would be at a normal BMI, and that's what my goal is. Don't think that you're thinking too big. Now, do have smaller goals that you can hit on a regular basis to keep yourself motivated, but make the big goal. Know what you want to end up doing. It's so important to have that, and it's so important to see that you're nearing those goals. You know, for me, it's going to be probably in 25 to 50 pound increments because I have a lot of weight to lose. For you, just make what you think will work for you, but don't do yourself a disservice by not having goals and just letting it go as it goes, because that's when you really are struggling and it's going to get tough. And I know it's going to get tough for me. You know, it does. Every diet is, you know, if you want to make a big change in your life, you got to work for it. And so I got to have goals, and I got to know what I am doing this for. And for me, you know, I think that that is one of the most important things about this, is to know that you can do it and that it's not, you know, too big of a goal. As many people as I have seen do this program and lose, you know, over 100 pounds, you know, I always thought I would be big. I always thought even if I did lose weight, I would never ever be a normal size. And now I know that that's just BS. That is not true. I can be a normal size. I just have to work for it. So definitely, you know, do your research on it. See if it's right for you. Some people, this is not good for them. They get faint and dizzy. It's too low calorie for them, and they need medical supervision. They have some kind of underlying health issue. So do monitor yourself and your body. Go see a doctor if you feel more comfortable doing that. But, you know, it's very important that you make sure this is right for you before you do it. So anyway, this is Ashley. I'll be signing in again in a week and see, hopefully I've lost 15 more pounds. But then it'll start to slow down after that, and I'm expecting that. But so far it seems to be working. So I hope all of you are doing well. If you have any questions, please comment or whatever. And I will see you soon. Bye.